Hi, and welcome to the Balancing Act Atlanta edition. I'm Montel Williams. We're bringing you community stories and introducing you to businesses and people who are making a difference. So let's see who's making a difference right here in your neighborhood.
Coming up on today's show, see how one woman is changing the way we understand our emotions. Discover an amazing alternative to traditional banking that promises a truly personal approach. Get to know one family-owned automotive group that puts customer service above all else. Learn how a local rehabilitation clinic is improving the lives of children with special needs. And much more.
It's amazing the difference a little encouragement can make for a child. Take a look at this.
Far from the stresses of adult life, childhood is expected to be the most enjoyable time in a person's life. But reality doesn't always measure up to expectations.
If you have kids, you'll realize you have this plan of what they're going to be like, what they're going to look like, and as soon as you have them, all that changes. You notice small things about your child. He doesn't do the same things that other children do. For a while, you can be in denial. You even go through a grieving process maybe at some point to realize that your life may be a little different than you had planned it out.
Children everywhere deal with often debilitating and life-altering disabilities like cerebral palsy, cancer, Down syndrome, speech impediments, and autism.
So the numbers show that 1 in 78 children are affected by autism in some way. So when you consider the other diagnoses and difficulties that kids have, that number is much larger. There are a lot of kids out there that need assistance with their development in different areas of their life.
Luckily, Helping Hands Pediatric Therapy exists to help ease the burden on struggling caretakers, restore hope, and improve the lives of ailing children.
Helping Hands is a community-based rehabilitation service. We provide physical, occupational, and speech language therapies. Our multidisciplinary approach is basically treating the child from head to toe according to their needs or limitations.
Physical therapy works with kids on developing milestones for the gross motor skills. It will help little babies learn how to roll over, sit up, to when they're older, learning how to walk with good balance and skip and hop and ride their bicycle. And occupational therapy works with kids on their fine motor skills, helping them to eat and get dressed in the morning. And speech therapy, of course, works with communication, verbalization, and language.
Each child that comes in that is referred to us either from a pediatrician or a specialty physician, they are evaluated first to look at their strengths and their limitations. And then based on their needs and limitations, we then come up with a plan of care to treat them.
When you have a child that has special needs of any kind, whether it's autism or just mild learning disabilities, understanding their struggles is kind of the hardest part, especially for Lyndon because he doesn't communicate. He doesn't use words, so we have to really learn how to study him and kind of see what's going on.
Well, with somebody like Lyndon, he typically comes in for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on which services he's receiving on a particular day.
The parents are always invited into the therapy sessions, so they learn from the therapist what kind of activities we're doing and skills that we're focusing on.
It's outstanding the amount of progress that he's made. When we started here, there was absolutely no communication. All he would do is just cry. That's the only way he knew how to tell us that he needed something.
Yesterday, he pointed at a box of cookies that he wanted. In the past, he would have never done that. He would have cried, thrown himself on the floor, because I couldn't understand what he wanted. It's nice to have a support system from the therapists that work with your child that are so invested that they understand how great it is when he points at a box of cookies.
Yeah.
We do many tours for families that they come up and they want to check out our facility, so we take them on a tour of the different rooms, the center's room, the sensory motor gym, as well as the physical therapy gym and treatment rooms. And a lot of times parents are really pleasantly surprised by how warm and homey our environment is for their kids.
I don't think I've ever explained to her what it means to me to be able to come here. It's a whole different world and everybody understands you. These therapists are not only his therapists, they're my friends, they're my family. They give me hope. This place has been a salvation.
To learn more about the multidisciplinary approach of Helping Hands Pediatric Therapy, visit helpinghandspediatrictherapy.com or visit our website, thebalancingact.com.
Managing your money doesn't need to be stressful. Take a look at this.
Finding banking partners to help achieve financial goals is an important decision, but many people don't fully understand that they have options, including who they choose to be their financial partner. Some just joined the bank their parents went to or one with a nearby branch. There are a lot of people that don't know what a credit union is or why they can be such a compelling option.
The differences between a bank and a credit union is owned by its members. We don't have customers. So each member is an owner of the credit union. And with that model, we take the profits we have and plow them back into the membership in the form of lower fees and better rates. A bank is designed to maximize profits, to return those back to the shareholders and maximize stock price.
Georgia United has been providing financial expertise and services to Georgians for over 62 years. Their members enjoy exceptional service and great financial solutions and benefits that can help them keep more of their hard-earned money.
A lot of misconceptions about credit unions, that we don't offer mortgage products, that we don't have digital and online banking services, that all we do is offer savings accounts and auto loans, and all that can be further from the truth. We offer a full slate of products and services that could pretty much meet any need. The great thing about credit unions is they're not an exclusive club, and I think most people get confused by this. Credit unions have many different requirements for eligibility, and each credit union would be happy to sit down with you and tell you the number of ways you could qualify to be a member, and it might surprise you. For example, at Georgia United, if you live or work in the state of Georgia, the odds are you will be eligible for a membership, and we'd love to have you.
When a member comes in, the first thing I like to do is sit down with them and get to know them, get to know who they are, understand what their goals and their dreams are, really build a rapport so that we can build a relationship and not just do a transaction. The thing that I get most excited about is when a member walks in and it's their first time doing something. Their first account, the first time they're purchasing a car, their first home buying experience. Those are the best times to help them out.
When you join a credit union, especially Georgia United, and you're a member, you're not a number. We're here not only to serve you and your family, but also the community at large. And that is a giant difference in how our philosophy is and how we approach our business.
Georgia United believes so much in their mission to enrich lives in their communities, they established a foundation to support and drive their efforts.
Well, I grew up volunteering, first in high school and college through church mission trips and service organizations. And that's what's been great about my 30-plus year career at Georgia United is one of our core values is serving others. The Georgia United Credit Union Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit, and our mission is to improve the lives of children and families in our communities. We have a number of programs and scholarships, but our two biggest are School Crashers and Junior Achievement. School Crashers is where we give back to local schools through makeovers, campus improvements to improve the learning environment for children. At Junior Achievement, we provide funding for discovery centers and also volunteers for financial ed and career coaching. We also have programs that provide free income tax assistance. We help feed the hungry, and we have programs for foster children over the holidays that provide gifts for them.
While we have 19 branches across the state of Georgia, it affords us to make a local impact on numerous communities, and we really enjoy that benefit of giving back across the state. I think if somebody's considering moving their personal financial relationship, I would encourage them to consider a credit union, preferably Georgia United. If you're looking for a financial institution that is responsive to you and your family, wants to understand your needs, and wants to give back to the communities we serve, there really isn't another choice.
To learn more about the financial solutions and community impact provided by Georgia United Credit Union, visit gucu.org or go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
Take a look at what's coming up next.
Shopping for a new car, truck, or van can be a daunting, frustrating, and lengthy process. Luckily, Hardy Family Automotive, a family-owned and operated Georgia mainstay, is committed to making every customer looking for a new vehicle feel like they're part of the family.
So my history with Hardy Family Automotive started a couple years ago. My wife and I both moved to Georgia from out of state and decided we needed new vehicles. And it's not often that you buy two new vehicles very close to each other. The process of buying at Hardy Family Automotive was fantastic. They were responsive, there was no haggling. And one of the things that I look for in a partner when I'm purchasing a vehicle is I don't want to go back and forth. I want somebody who cares about me as a person, who wants to give me the best deal, the right deal to make it work for my family. They helped us find the right fit for my wife and I.
Hardy Automotive has been in business here in Dallas since 1978, so over 40 years. Charles Hardy was our founder, and the business has always ran on the golden rule. When customers came into our showroom, he wanted it to be different. And the family has worked really hard over the years to keep that same culture, and that's something we're very proud of.
We try to be very transparent, not only with our sales, but with our service relationships. People come in and we try to be straightforward with what we can offer them. We pride ourselves on the repeat and referral business, and we've got a lot of people that come back, their kids come back.
The reason I keep going back, it's just an easy process. 40 years, 10 to 12 vehicles in that time frame. I've only had 2 sales representatives over that time, and I can just call in, speak with them, tell them what I want. There's really no haggling over price. Delivery process is simple. So it's just, again, it's just so simple.
Hardy Chevrolet has a Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC store here in Dallas, and also on the same piece of property, Hardy Family Ford. There's also an additional 3rd location in Gainesville, Georgia that is a Chevrolet standalone. We work very hard to make sure that all of our showrooms create the same experience. One unique thing that separates us is our salespeople that work for our Chevrolet store can go right across the property here and sell a new Ford. We can physically take the 2 vehicles, park them side by side, and allow the customer to go in and out of both of them, compare pricing, dealing with the same person rather than having to go back and forth. Yeah, so COVID obviously has changed the car buying experience. If a customer feels more comfortable buying the vehicle from their home, we have a team of drivers we use for service business and sales.
I work close by, but they were able to help me get the vehicle to test drive. They brought it to my office so I could see it. They dealt with me on text message.
We do paperwork at the house. We have an electronic signature, so they never have to come into the store and take that risk.
So post-sale, the service has not dropped one bit. My wife and I get all of our service done for our vehicles here. It is seamless. It's easy to make an appointment online.
We offer everything in service from pickup and delivery to courtesy. We can give you a ride home, or we can set up a loaner for you. So whether it be a new or a pre-owned, we're here for you after the sale.
For anyone considering getting a car, when they talk to me, I always point them to the Hardy Family dealership. They have a wide variety of cars, and so it's fun to get to tell people that we have such a great, honest dealership here locally in Paulding County.
To check out the fantastic selection of vehicles and set up an appointment to visit a Hardy Family Automotive showroom, visit hardyautomotive.com or check out our website, thebalancingact.com.
That was amazing, and this is too.
From the moment of birth up until we're full-grown adults, we never stop experiencing life in new ways. However, sometimes we can lose sight of what lasting marks new experiences, especially negative ones, are truly leaving behind.
I began to have neck pain. I couldn't identify what was causing it. Went to the doctor, didn't work. Acupuncture, chiropractic, all gave very temporary relief. Finally, they recommended I have surgery. There was no way I wanted to have surgery on my neck. So I thought there's got to be something out there. and that's when a friend came along and recommended I reach out to Patti.
Patti Conklin has spent decades studying and mastering techniques for manipulating, controlling, and melting away deep-seated issues that manifest within the human body.
With every single human being, the first time you would experience an emotion, let's say you have a temper tantrum at the age of 2. The temper tantrum's gonna go into the weakest part of your body. So every time you get angry or frustrated, as an adult, you're going to continue to store in the same place. But you're going to get to a point where you're going to have the straw that broke the camel's back. And all of a sudden, the density is so thick in your body of those emotions that disease is begun. And so then doctors can go in and look at the cells and take your blood tests and so on and say, oh, well, you have a disease.
In the allopathic model, we just treat the symptom. I call it whack-a-mole medicine. The symptom pops up and you whack it with a drug or surgery. But we don't address the underlying emotions that are feeding the problem. With Patti, she's able to identify the emotion where it's trapped and help people release it, which then allows them to really heal and recover.
The challenge with psychotherapy, hypnotherapy, and so forth, modalities to help you understand your behavior, is every time you talk about your trauma from your past, you're restoring it into your body. My process is I don't want you to think of anything. I want you to lay there and have an awesome experience. And the more you can do that, the more that the disease is going to leave your body.
For instance, a client of mine had a history of sexual assault that was never dealt with. And she had no intention of doing any kind of talk therapy to address it because she didn't want to relive it. I referred her to Patti, and she was able to work through it and release it, and lost 30 pounds, started a new career. She was able to get unstuck.
There's 2 major forms of frequency in the world, and that's sound and color. And there's very few people that have the ability to go ahead and pull that out of the body. And fortunately, through all these years of work, I'm one of those people. You know, we think we're solid, we're not. We're a density of particles. And so in order to remove an emotion from the body, then you manipulate the particles so that they move around to release the emotion. Through time, I've learned how to keep a low frequency and how to raise my frequency up, depending on who I'm working with. And so you want to tap into their frequency and the frequency of the disease that's in their body. Manipulate my frequency to their frequency and amp it up. Just pop it up a little bit. And typically the disease will start shaking and break loose and be able to come out of the body.
Despite Patti's exhaustive experience and amazing gift for connection, she's often confronted with a fair bit of skepticism.
Well, I was skeptical, but I had a personal experience with Patti, and she didn't know me from Adam's house cat. She was able to identify trapped emotions of resentment and anger, and she pointed right here. This was a place where I'd had 2 lumpectomies, and she couldn't possibly have known. And it gives me chills even to this day.
Well, one of the things that surprised me when working with Patti was that I began to learn to be more authentic. Then the stress just went away, and the neck pain largely went away. So I'm very thankful for the work she did and the way she did it.
We have phenomenal Western technology. And doctors have finally begun to realize that there's a piece missing. And the piece missing is that energetic piece that's stuck within the cells.
To learn more about what cellular cleansing is, what it can do for you, visit patticonklin.com or go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
This type of work is awesome to do by, in person or Zoom or Skype, but it can be done phone, video, or in person.
The staffing and recruitment world has changed dramatically recently. Our next story shows how some industry innovators are helping to tackle the new normal.
Perhaps there's never been a more trying time when it comes to searching for a new opportunity. Record high unemployment rates across the country, not to mention locally, have contributed to a highly competitive and unforgiving job market. With many years of experience in helping team members audition the right opportunity, Essential Staffing Solutions is a staffing agency that defies the term temp with a uniquely permanent approach.
So I started Essential Staffing Solutions because I started off in my industry in property management as a temporary employee. My name wasn't Shelly, it was Temp. You know, go tell the temp to do this, go tell the temp to do that. So I understood how it felt to not have a name. No one knew who Shelly was. No one appreciated Shelly even when I accomplished things. So I wanted to start something where people could feel they could still get opportunities. We could develop those relationships and give them opportunities, but then they also felt like they had a home. One of the biggest biases that staffing agencies face is that candidates think, you know, you're just here, you're just a temp. We really do genuinely want to help you find opportunities. And what we've done is we've created an agency that truly cares about our people, and we show that to them on a day-to-day basis. We know their names, we communicate with them. They're not just a number to us.
To ensure every opportunity is a good fit, Essential Staffing Solutions takes the time to evaluate the team member during the recruiting process.
So when a new ESS team member comes through, they come through as a candidate. One thing we do is we pre-screen them just to get a feel of who they are. We do review the resumes, but there's a lot of experience that you don't see on resumes. So we have that conversation with them. Once they get through the interview process, then we set them up for orientation.
And our orientation process is to align everyone with the same belief, with our same values that we have. We first take the availability and we find out when everybody is available to work, so we can get them on the job site as soon as possible. Next, we will talk about the mission statement and our purpose. We speak on professionalism and what you should do on the job site no matter what.
Orientation is usually conducted by myself, which I absolutely love getting to know the team members during orientation. It's very interactive.
It's so crazy the way she does it. Like, she could connect to other people different than anybody. Like, she connects. Like, you're getting to know a family member you never had.
I've always worked in corporate America, where I think sometimes you get lost. Shelly being the owner, being able to communicate with her, because most big corporations, you get to see the VIP, the CEO, but you never get to have that connection with them.
She reaches your soul.
So you spend a lot of time with us during this whole interview process, this whole hiring process.
Essential Staffing Solutions goes well beyond a candidate and team members' qualifications and training, taking things into consideration that most agencies would overlook.
So one of the things that we try and do is to make sure that the commute is going to be something feasible for them, mainly just trying to keep them close to their home. Also, that it's just going to be a good match overall with our clients.
One of the ways that we stay committed to our team members is through feedback. We had a young lady on our team, and she didn't understand why, you know, jobs were ending and things of that nature, and we provided her with feedback. And she actually made a change. It wasn't us, she made the change. The last property that she was at with us, they actually brought a contract out, but she's doing very, very well. We're looking for someone that has a very humble attitude, has the right skill set. We want someone that will do the right thing when nobody else is looking. We're looking for that professional. And if that's you, call us today, because we need you.
To learn more about the opportunities and services offered by Essential Staffing Solutions, visit eSolutionsPM.com. And of course, you can check out thebalancingact.com.
Jamaican-style patties are a delicious and easy meal option. So popular in the Caribbean, you can now literally heat and eat them right in your own home. Here, I have the 3 most popular flavors: Jamaican-style spicy beef patties, mild beef patties, and beefy cheese patties. Luckily, Caribbean Food Delights has created these tasty treats made up of all these incredible, fantastic ingredients. House onions, scallions, my favorite Caribbean pepper, the Scotch bonnet, fresh thyme, and this dough that is so flaky and delicious, all the work is done for me. While these may be similar to turnovers or empanadas, these little treats are uniquely Caribbean. These are actually the first microwavable Jamaican-style patties. better quality and taste, and filled with more meat than other brands. They fit right in your hand, so they're easy on the go. In fact, kids in the West Indies, they often have these for lunch or after school snacks. Now, all kids, including us big ones, can enjoy them stateside. Check it out. Pop it in the microwave in this cool microwavable pack that it comes in. It's ready to go. I'm using cocoa bread from their affiliate, Royal Caribbean Bakery, to make a complete meal. Protein, fat, and carbs. Gonna slide out my beef patty. And if that wasn't just enough deliciousness for me, I'm gonna add a little bit of arugula on top of it. I can't help myself. A little fresh tomato. I like the tomatoes when they're nice. Gonna put this cocoa bread right on top. Oh, I'm gonna get to you in a second. All right, now check this out. I've got a complete meal right now. I've got the arugula, the tomato, the cocoa bread, and the star of the show, the beef patty, right? That's what it's all about. And if you're looking for a more budget-friendly and quick and convenient idea, you can't find one easier than this. How about these little cocktail patties right here? These patties are great for parties. You just heat them in the oven. You got the meat ones right there, and your little habanero ketchup, really gonna flavor your party. Oh, how about something different that you've never had before? How about this oxtail seasoned with their oxtail seasoning? Plus, these guys have it all. They got spices, a jerk hickory barbecue sauce, the festival and dumpling mix. And if you haven't had the festival of dumpling, you're going to love it when you get it. Vincent and Jeanette Hosang humbly started this business back in the Boogie Down Bronx in 1978. And now this company is the largest Jamaican frozen food manufacturer in the USA. That's what I'm talking about. You can read about their American dream success story in their book, Change of Fortune. You know, and all these CFD products are available at stores like this. Grab a pen. Walmart, Sam's Club, BJ's, Costco, Price Right, Publix, Winn-Dixie, Harris Teeter supermarkets, local grocery stores, and commissaries worldwide. If you can't find them, you ain't looking, baby. And for more information, go to CaribbeanFoodDelights.com or visit our website, TheBalancingAct.com. Now remember, this has been a quick bite. But chew slowly. Wow, that's good.
Thanks so much for joining us on this local edition of The Balancing Act. We'll see you next time.